1-year anniversary.
Happy birthday!
I was definitely expecting that. You know what I did, guys? You know what I did?
You must have the overlays.
Yeah, I didn't actually like put people in their proper places. So we just completely ruined the most important moment of the entire
that just
campaign
sums it up, though.
so far.
Like,
It's
that's
true.
how
It's true.
it's been.
It's very true.
What better way than to just botch it all now?
Just watch it all now, you know? This is what you're going to get. It's just the same thing over and over again. Professionalism is what we provide here on Terra Nullius.
Professional derp.
Yes. We are professionals at being amateurs. So it's our 1-year anniversary, guys, which means it has been approximately 1 year since we all got together and decided to do some D&D. And what a year it has been.
Seriously.
Let's take a moment, shall we, to just think back on the year. And then we hear the harps in the background. And we get a clip show. We get, like, the best moments of Terra Nullius. And
The highlights.
if I would have had time or thought about it at all, I maybe would have done that. Maybe would have gone through and made a little clip show for everybody. But I didn't do that. So just imagine it in your heads right now, guys.
What? And maybe Jordan will edit it in post.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would be great. Seth, what's your favorite moment on Terra Nullius?
The one thing I can think. There's two things. I'm not sure which one I would go for. The best moment was by far befriend. Well, it wasn't really a moment, but the best accomplishment I think Toady has had so far is befriending Oatly.
Befriending Oatly.
But
Rip
the
Oatly.
coolest moment was by far when I accidentally broke the rules. When I actually accidentally broke the rules partially with Cloud of Daggers, and took down nearly the entire party.
Oh yeah, that was a great Toity moment. Yeah, we see Toity fighting off his own friends with Cloud of Daggers. Good times, good times. Emily, what was your favorite moment?
I mean, like, my favorite and least favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I can't, like, did anything happen before I killed my pretend boyfriend?
I don't think anything
was there
important
even a
happened.
storyline before that?
There was actually plenty of things.
I don't even know. I think I blocked it all out.
You'd think you block out everything after that.
I mean, you would think, but,
Yeah.
you know, the brain is fickle.
It's true. It's true. Yep. Alyssa, what was your favorite moment?
I have no idea.
No idea.
That's so hard because I there's so many great moments I've had in this campaign.
It's been good. Just one that comes to your mind.
When I got rid of that freaking cloak.
Yeah, that was a good moment. That was a good moment for Ari.
I was just like, yes,
Die.
that was great.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
was very happy
You were
about
like, oh yes, you were like legitimately ecstatic, and it was great. It was great to see. Alyssa randomly being incredibly excited on Terra Nullius is one of my favorite things. It's good.
I was gonna say Ari by far has the most quotable line from this entire campaign.
Yes.
It's true.
Yep.
I mean, I mean, that was a great scene. Probably one of my favorite scenes was actually when we were interrogating Calvitas.
That was pretty good. That was intense.
That was fun.
That was intense.
That was so
You know,
fun.
because it was actually in a tent.
Yeah, guys, it's been a great year. You're never going to see me on the show again.
That's the only pun that I really, really like.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
That's
it.
such an easy
It's not because of
pun,
you,
though.
though. But
It's just
Not because of you.
wow.
By
All
it's
right.
because it was the camp logo that.
Okay, sure.
Camp,
sure.
catchphrase.
Fond memories of it.
Yeah.
Darius, Jordan, what was your favorite?
I
favorite
mean,
memory?
you know.
Same person.
Speaking of which, when we're at BlimeyCon, and we might just consider calling me Darius because I don't want it to be like Jordan. Hey, oh no, not Jordan.
There's so many.
We'll call you JD.
JD.
Jordan Darius.
It'll
Jordan/Darius. JD.
be the first time I've had that nickname. And it's better than some. No, I have a couple moments.
Oh no, we're definitely gonna call you Sparkle when
I
day, all day at or all week at BlimeyCon. Yep,
I would say
it's gonna happen.
I was gonna say
Okay, if you do that, I will bring glitter and I will throw it on somebody every time someone says sparkle.
Sparkle.
Hey, sparkle.
It'll be like that
What's
GIF,
up?
you know, where it's like,
Fantastic. Yeah, Jordan. What was your favorite moment? I think I have a guess, but
Okay.
All of season 2.
it's really good.
I have a couple. One, whenever everybody, like when the entire party died and Darius like just exploded.
Yes.
Wait,
And,
which
like,
time?
the time where like we were all by the mountain over by the lizard place.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and all the dinosaurs like killed us basically.
Oh yeah.
And then
Like we were all
Darius,
just like lying on the ground and he like intimidated them away.
Yep, that was a cool
We were
moment.
like, R.I.P. Terra Nullius.
Yeah.
Time to reroll all our characters.
There have been at least 4 moments where I thought all of your characters were dead, or at least most of them.
So that was awesome. The Calvitas interrogation scene was a lot of fun, I'll admit.
I bet that was fun for you. Yeah.
Whenever Akashi was just being awesome, especially during that last fight.
You mean the one time Akashi was awesome?
There were 2 times. There was one other time. He was
There were
okay.
2 distinct times where Akashi was cool.
Yeah.
My favorite was when Akashi wasn't cool. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
No.
Mine too. I'm just kidding.
And obviously the return of Darius.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean choking out the Reaper himself, that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
My secondary favorite thread of things / times, book club.
Book club is good.
Yes.
I have another one I just remembered actually.
We're doing a clip show, guys. It's
I
fine.
broke Itzukali's. Just like the moment, I think it wasn't a great moment, but it was like a good moment. It's like when I just broke Itzukali's spirit about her joining us. That was just like
That's
Oh,
one of your
yeah.
favorite parts.
I
No,
thought
it was just so sad.
It was like, yeah, it's one that stands out. Yeah.
whenever you said
it's a goal
spirit,
of mine.
Yeah,
whenever you
right.
said
It set your character on a path. Yeah.
Whenever you said spirit, I thought you were gonna say spine.
Uh,
Whenever I broke Itzukali's spine, I'm like, what?
Don't remember
happened?
that. Don't remember that part of the campaign. And then Seth dies. Yeah.
That definitely didn't happen. Pretty sure her spine was bigger than me.
I've had several favorite moments in this campaign. I think.
please tell us.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna run through a couple of them. So obviously, when I made Emily sob on camera, that was probably the highlight of the entire campaign for me.
Everyone's favorite moment.
I mean, it was my favorite session of all time. So like, right? Because that was the peak, and then it has been going. It went back down, and now it's having to ramp up again. So.
Oh, and if I can just throw in right quick, another time when another favorite Darius moment was whenever he pushed him back.
That was also a really good moment when you pushed Sabu back into life. Yeah. I really liked
What if he had done that with Isaac? Not Isaac, with the caretaker.
Oh, with
Like,
the
that would've been
caretaker?
weird.
Nah, that wouldn't have.
It wouldn't have worked.
No.
But that still, it's just an interesting thought.
I mean, yeah. The issue is that you were actually dead. But speaking of that, I think like all of the Darius sessions that we did all 2 of them, those 2, and then the parts that we had in the last episode of Darius in the other world in this like transitionary stage, honestly, some of my favorite moments in general. Like the aesthetic of those sessions were so good, and the caretaker is one of my favorite characters because well, but like his legacy lives on, and you're gonna learn more about him and stuff. There's a lot of interesting things in his backstory that haven't been revealed yet, and it's really cool to like have those still in the background that you guys can discover. Because I was expecting him to be a character that stuck around a lot longer than that, but he didn't. And that was one of my favorite moments when he slicked back his hair, gave you the fire, and then brought you back to life and said, be better than I was. Because it was a moment where I was like sitting there, I was like, Darius just died. Like, but there's one way that I can make him come back to life, and it is by ruining the entire plan I had for the campaign. Like literally, that moment was like, it was like, okay, this isn't supposed to happen for seasons, but like he's gonna die right here, and it's gonna be this campaign is gonna be very different from what I assumed it was gonna be. And that was the moment I think that I more than anything fell in love with Terra Nullius, because I was like, yep, this is a great story because it's taken me for a ride too. So,
which you mentioned the lore, and I totally thought it would be really cool if, like, with all the missing lore and all the lore that we didn't get, that if we had like a lore book that you could go back and you could actually read like more in depth about
Emily's notebook.
Yeah, that's cool.
I feel like I don't have as much as you guys think I do.
Well, so that's the thing. Like, I mean, honestly, when we finish Terra Nullius, it would be kind of cool to like consolidate like an encyclopedia style thing of like the things that exist in the Terra Nullius universe for future reference. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe that's a task for fans that exist in the future that aren't me. That
future.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. But other favorite moments. So, I really like all of the really tense combat situations you guys have been in, because they've been really fun for me to see how just freaking great you guys are at D&D. So,
or how lucky
it's always
we
fun.
get.
Or how lucky you are. Yeah.
or unlucky
in
some more cases.
Yeah. But
Me
honestly,
rolling high enough on or like whatever I rolled to find the Genasi camp and figure out that we needed to go to the tower and kill everybody and get the orb.
But in terms of like absolute favorite like climactic moments, besides the ones I've already mentioned, I think most of them have come from the side stories. Like Yi dropping on the old man and snapping his neck, and then the juxtaposition of that with the like reverse of that where she was fighting the Fae. Some of my favorite moments in this campaign, because I love Yi as a character, and I know you hate her, but I love Yi. I love her so much. And then also,
and you will never let me kill her.
No, if she dies, she dies. She hasn't died yet, and I haven't brought her back to life. So, yeah, exactly. But another one of my favorite moments, and this will probably be the one we end on before we actually get started here, is when Gret looked back at everyone and said, "Oh yeah." When they were like, "We're gonna like come back through and like destroy you," and he was like, "Oh yeah," and then stepped through the portal. Yeah, that was a great moment, because it was so ridiculous and somehow really poignant at the same time.
So many of my characters have died.
Gret will live, and Gret returns.
Electric Bugaloo. But anyway, so after we get the harp back in reality, we fade away from the clip show, and we come back to our 1-year anniversary of Terra Nullius, and we're gonna go ahead and play some D&D, find out what is gonna happen in the Shrine to Shibalban, which doesn't really have a name. Like, it's just the other Shrine to Shibalba. Like, the first one was called the Forsaken Shrine, but like this is just like some random shrine that nobody named.
Which is really funny considering it allegedly contains this mask.
Well, I think so that's the thing. It was kind of intentional, right? From everything you guys have discovered so far, it was intentionally obscured, that this was supposed to be very unimportant, so no one would think to look here. But yeah. So
that failed.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. So we get the Terra Nullius intro sequence. You get everybody's wonderful names with the darker version of this theme, and I think we start seeing Meznen, your friend.
Oh, great.
Yuan
I don't trust him.
Yeah.
And we've just kind of left him alone the last.
He's kind of just been chilling in the
I've
bushes.
talked with him since.
Yeah, for like 2 minutes.
And so
It's
I think
stressful. Okay.
what we see Meznen. I think we hear him speaking in like this the New World's version of Draconic. We don't get subtitles for it. We hear him saying something, and he says a quick word, finishes whatever sentence he was just finishing, and then we haven't seen him yet. We've just like been kind of like going through like the jungle, like there's like a jungle clearing that we're kind of panning around, and we hear this like off to the left in the soundscape. We hear him say some things in his sibilant whisper, and then he stops, and the camera kind of pans around. We see him in the frame, and he's kind of just like staring off into nothingness, and then he kind of like blinks and seems to like come back to himself, and he flicks his tongue, and again, like his face is just super expressionless. Because he's literally has a snake head, and then he just kind of like starts off into the jungle. And then I think we see Toity. When's a time in the morning here that you would have been like a bit a ways from camp? What would you have been doing
in the morning?
Mm-hmm. You have the last watch, right?
Yes, I do have the last watch. Actually, what I'd probably be doing is I'd probably be sitting there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was Akashi. Akashi didn't have to sleep. So I'd probably be sitting there for a while, keeping an eye out, probably playing with my because actually I didn't want to do this. I don't know if I've done this before. No, wait, I did try this. I tried casting Tiny Hut with the Ion Stone as my focus already, and it didn't do anything, right?
You did, yeah. You haven't tried casting Dimension Door yet. That's the only one you haven't.
I don't want to waste a spell slot on Dimension Door. Yeah. That's 4th level, not happening. I mean, are we no, I probably wouldn't cast Tiny Hut just because we probably have a fire going and everything, right?
Yeah, you probably have a
okay. I don't want to suffocate us with smoke.
It's probably a good idea.
I'd probably just be walking around, keeping an eye out, like kind of playing with the Ion Stone, twirling around my hands, thinking about like I wonder. So like thinking to himself like, I wonder if this is what I need to make myself more useful, thinking that sort of thing.
Yeah, and just for the audience's reference, the Ion Stone is like this like green blue like crystal shard, kind of small, inch long.
Yeah, I'd be looking around everywhere, making sure like everything's fine, but I'd probably also a few times just have my eyes linger on the island, just because I'm like thinking to myself, we've already run in. I like thinking to myself, like, we've run into a lot. There's only worse things down there.
Yep.
But other than that, I mean, I don't think I would. Let's see my goals. We didn't do goals.
If for no other reason that you are gaining levels as you go. But yeah, we could do that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I just realized that because I should probably do goal.
No, that's a good idea. Let's set goals up. So we get this like initial shot of Mesnin kind of like walking through the jungle, and we see Toity kind of like fiddling with the stone, and then we pause the game, and everybody steps away from the camera from the camp, and then over to like these like lounge chairs, and like we realize we're in a sound stage. And this is all fake plants and stuff. And you guys each sit down in your little like lounge chair. You're like you're hosting a TV show. Mm-hmm. And then I come out and I'm like, all right, so everybody, what are your goals for today? I have like a clipboard.
Then I'm actually the thing. I would probably I'll get to it. So my goal. I'm fine. I don't know how far we're gonna go today, so I'll leave this on my goals. Work on finding Itokade's sister.
Okay.
Because that's still pretty prevalent in my mind, because I know very well what happened with Itokade. 2, make a name for myself in the mainland, and kind of like on that, because I realized I probably should have been thinking of this. That probably would include kind of befriending what's his name? I just blanked.
Mesnan.
Kabil.
Not Mesnan.
Kabil.
Oh,
Kabil. It'd probably work with like getting on better terms with Kabil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then 3rd, I don't know how exactly. I'm not sure Toity knows exactly how this will work out as well. But help Mickey in his confidence and stuff like that.
Help Mickey. Yeah.
Because he obviously just like, I think He's kind of thing like he obviously isn't doing so great, and it seems like he needs a friend right now.
So you want to help Miggy with his confidence?
I don't know if necessarily
because help Miggy just that like that is vague enough that you couldn't complete it. Like you could continue helping Miggy, but you would never finish it.
And this is why I was saying, like, I'm not sure exactly how to word this. So maybe help me out with this. So like I want an idea of like help Miggy not only with his confidence, but like maybe just like. He obviously just went through this thing with Ari, and
a very bad DTR talk.
Yeah, I want to kind of help him just get through it and maybe like be a better friend to be like a friend to him or something like that. So that's why I'm saying like it's vague, but I don't know a better way to word it. So
let's see. Yeah.
So yes, helping Miggy with his confidence is part of it. It's also just like being more supportive for him, being there to kind of help support him through this.
Yeah, let's just go with help Miggy with his confidence for now, knowing that the context is what you just said. But that will be something that you could actually complete, right? If Miggy gets a better head on his shoulders from all this, then you've completed your goal.
Sounds good.
He's a little unsure of himself right now. Cool. So I'm thinking about it a little bit more. I'm not sure that you could do anything in this session, that would work towards finding Itakali's sister. If you wanted, and that's just been my fault, honestly, that I've let you like keep that slot and it's been wasted. I just don't think there's like going to be a chance at all. You're obviously still working towards it in a general sense because this is going to help you. Or no, I guess you could probably keep it if you wanted to, because getting the mask would
be part of that.
Be a part of that because this will probably help you with call it the Dying Flame. I forgot about that. That'll be okay. Yeah, and then you can keep that. And then once you actually complete that, you'll get a buttload of XP because you've been working on it for so long.
Just like once Darius can read, guys, I will shoot up to level 20 immediately.
Yeah, it'll be like you guys are like level 18 and Raya finally teaches Darius how to read and then she just becomes level 20 because of how much XP.
Yeah.
It's like, I have taught someone to read. I have become a god.
I have become teacher, destroyer of worlds.
I might already be a god.
Yeah, fair. Cool. All right. Raya, what are your goals?
Teach Darius how to read. Find out more about the orb, what it does, / what I'm supposed to do with it, and acquire the mask.
Yeah.
Which hopefully will be done this session.
It should likely be done. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Likely.
I can't confirm or deny that.
I'll be right back, guys.
Cool. Miggy's goals are the same. Help Raya recover from her loss, earn Ari's affections, and prove myself to the party. He has not changed his goals in the slightest. Maybe Ari's affections are like slanted a little bit differently, but speaking of Ari, what are your goals?
The same. Protect Raya, train Miggy, get the mask.
Got it. Sounds good. Darius.
So one is still learn more about how someone becomes a god of death. Just have that starting point of where do I go from here.
Right.
2, help Miggy become competent in battle.
Yeah. Oh, Miggy
wow. 3 of us have goals that revolve around Miggy with that.
I mean, yeah.
If I ever have a goal about Miggy, he's completed his goal of
That's true. Party. Yeah. Once everyone has goals about Miggy that don't include, like, Miggy's a failure, I need to help him. Then we'll know. Metric. Yep.
And 3, discover the abilities of Death's Hood.
Oh, yeah. You haven't done that yet.
I haven't.
You're going to put it on, and then everybody in a 30-foot radius is just going to die.
Wouldn't that be funny? And by funny, I mean pretty anticlimactic. Okay, cool. So we pick back up.
I feel like up to this point, Darius has had it like down, like he's had it off. Not.
Oh, not okay. Yeah.
You haven't popped the hood.
He hasn't popped the hood. He might pop the hood today. We'll see when things get serious. Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
that's worrisome.
If you know me.
Okay, guys, I have a strategy.
Okay.
So we pick back up with Toity, kind of fiddling with his little Ione stone. And did you say, was there a point where you would have like stepped away from camp for a second?
I don't think unless I heard something, I don't think I would. I mean,
I think you hear like a rustling in the bushes, like a couple dozen yards away.
A dozen yards away, you say?
Maybe like 8 dozen yards, probably.
Can I make a roll to get an idea of if I know what it is?
Yeah, make a perception check.
I should probably click over.
Yeah,
that
for
page.
sure. Yeah, I think you just see Mezzanine in the bushes, and he's like gesturing to you, like, come here.
That's not. That has me worried. Dang it! Why does Shatter always duplicate itself on my spell sheet?
I don't know.
It's really, really weird and annoying. It's always one that's empty too. Give me a second. I'm looking at my spell sheet for a reason. I want to see if there's something I can do to make sure I don't die here. But I don't think there is.
I mean, you could cast Dimension Door on yourself.
That's true. I can always do that to escape. I think I'll.
Yeah, Mezzanine's just gonna try to murder you in the bush right now. That makes any sense at all.
Yep, it's gonna happen.
Hey, Toity is very suspicious
If
of
he
this
was gonna
island.
do it, he would have done it when the dragon was attacking you guys.
That's true. I think I'm gonna look to him. Look at everyone else. Like, kind of look around and make sure like everything looks fine and there's no one around.
Yeah, everyone's peacefully sleeping.
But as opposed to like the rest of the area, like I don't see anyone. It wouldn't be bad
Yeah,
necessarily.
you don't see an entire like ambush party of Yuan Ti
Okay.
waiting to kill you. Yeah.
That's what I want to know. So I'm gonna look and kind of start walking towards him. I'm gonna keep the Ion Stone in my hand though, in case I need to prepare a spell.
Of course.
Actually, what I'll probably do is I'll probably also have my Rod of Rulership out, and I'll cast light on the tip of it to kind of light my way over there. Even though I have dark vision, it's just
Dramatic.
Yeah.
and also like so other people can see where I am if they wake up if something happens.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and walk over to him.
Okay.
Say, Mesnin.
Yes. I have something I wish to say to you. I didn't want to alarm the Genasi by coming any closer if he were to wake up.
That makes sense. I thank you for that.
So remind me, what details did you give him about like what you guys are doing right now? Because I
Very
don't like
little.
he's just been kind of like chilling in the bush, but
How much did we tell him anything?
I think
them
you
we were
We
going-
literally we were in that village and we came across them being attacked, and then he was just kind of hiding in the bushes, so it wasn't like
In the
he
meantime,
was
that's-
attacking them.
yeah.
And then we started on this whole little side quest, and he started kind of like trailing us from very far behind, and
Yep.
has just kind of tagged along.
I know
Yeah.
you said something to him. I know you've gone into the forest and told him something already. This has happened, but I just don't
Yeah.
remember what.
I
Like,
don't remember what either.
it was probably just like the basics of like, yeah, or like there's something here. We're just gonna like check out this temple.
I think it might have even literally been a thing that was really like I go over and talk to him. We didn't really extrapolate on that. I don't know if we ever did.
I don't think you gave him details. I know you said, from what I remember, it was just like the basics, like of we're gonna check out this shrine to Shabalba. There might be something important there.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't say anything more than that.
Yeah. So I think he says, I see you've gone into the shrine and then come back out again. Did you find what you were looking for?
Not quite yet. It was quite harrowing in there. Nearly took us out. We have a few more places to check out there, but then we should be good. Hopefully, it won't be more than the rest of today, maybe.
All right, I am a patient creature by nature, but it is sort of boring to be sitting in a bush like this.
I know.
God, if Kabil sees this, he's just gonna flip out.
Oh yeah, you guys are the betrayers.
Like I know I'm sorry. I don't mean to just be stringing you along here like this. I mean,
I understand there's not much more that I can do. I'm certainly not going to go back and get executed for my failures.
I understand that as well. Look, I mean, like I said, hopefully it won't be more than the rest of the day. We were speaking in primordial, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll say, like, hopefully it won't be more than just the rest of the day. I'm sorry. I'll kind of say, like, joking, like, I'm sorry. Hopefully it will be more than the rest of the day. But like you said yourself, it's better than getting executed.
Yes.
Just kind of joke around.
Yeah. And, like normal, he just has the expressionless face of a snake. And he says, I've been meaning to ask you, Toity.
Yes?
What is my purpose in the party as it is right now?
Good
It seems like I've
question.
been just sort of trailing along for no apparent reason.
Okay, out of sort of thing. He decided to follow us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, that is true.
I
Yeah.
was like, I want to make sure I'm not forgetting. I was like,
No.
okay, I'm like, Besden, I'll be honest. When we got to the mainland, I thought you would go off and join your people. I wasn't like I thought. I wasn't expecting you to join us. I'm not familiar with this land myself, so I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So
Of course, I apologize. That makes sense. I guess my question would be, do you have a purpose for me here? Is there something that you're going to be doing after this that would require my skills? Do you need a translator? Do you need someone to speak to the Yuan-Ti on your behalf? As long as we do not go to Erendira, my former master, we should be okay.
and I'll admit, were you gonna say something, Jordan?
I had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
It would be helpful if Mesnin could be a spy for us.
It could be. Yeah.
I was gonna say-
so he could scope out the other Yuan-Ti.
I don't think I trust him enough to be.
That's why I was like,
I mean, worst case scenario, he turns on us
let
and then
him
we just
go.
kill him and everyone
I mean, but I
else.
also don't really trust him in our party. I'd rather him just leave.
I don't want him to know as much information as he already does.
I mean, I guess I turned around and like, well, that's not really a question for me to answer. I'm not exactly the lead here.
Oh, really? I wasn't aware. It seems like you do most of the talking.
I do most of the talking because I can talk. Past that, I'm
Raya's mute, so it's like, kind of difficult.
like, well, like I guess to say, I'm good at talking with people, not exactly good about getting us where we need to be. I'm just kind of sit down next. Is he standing, or is he just kind of like?
Yeah, he's just standing.
I'm kind of like is he next to a tree?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like next to him. I'm like, I'll be honest with you, Mesnin. I wasn't even supposed to be here on this island in the first place. I'm a bit of a stowaway myself.
Why are you even telling him these things?
Having a
Because I'm
heart-to-heart
trying to
with a
I'm
snake.
trying to build a rapport.
Yeah. He's trying to make his name on the mainland, you could say.
Actually, I wasn't going for that, but that's a good idea. But I'm saying, like, I wasn't a bit of a stowaway. I was a bit of a stowaway myself. I kind of just had to. I
This
forced
is the
myself-
beginning of the legend of Toity.
I kind of, in a sense, pushed my way into this party as well.
What's gonna
And I
happen,
would-
Raya? Real quick, this is this funny thing. What's gonna happen, Raya, is you're gonna tell the scary story about Tu Hunapwe, but it's gonna be misconstrued, and people are gonna actually think it's about Toity. And he's gonna have this like ghostly figure, about him.
So I'll say to him like, look, I'll talk. I think when we're done here, I think it would be great to talk to the others and see what they think. If you are familiar with the area, that would be very helpful for us. I won't deny that, but I know the others don't feel the same way about you locals as I do, unfortunately.
Interesting. All right. Well, is there some form of compensation I can expect for being a guide? As you said, I am not a prisoner. I am seeking, I suppose, to enter into a formal business partnership with you, Toity.
Have we haven't found anything like treasure in that place yet, have we?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
Land, no.
I'll think there for I think they're full of it. And I'll be like, I'll tell you what. I've got a little gold on me, right? I am because how much has he helped? I just jog my memory. How much has he actually?
I mean, he's given you a bunch of information about.
Okay, so he has given us
UNT.
UNT.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay.
he's told you about every single one of the 7 serpents.
Okay, that's right. We kind of did that.
And where they are.
Okay.
So.
I'll give you this. I'll give you this much. Oh no, sorry. Let me reword this. How about this? We're not done going through this area right now. I have a little gold on me I have a little gold on me at the moment, but I will see what we find in there. And depending on what we find in there, we can talk about some compensation. I want to make sure to be fair if we find gold.
Give him the fire mask.
I mean, honestly, if the fire mask transformed him into a fire genasi,
I mean, that would make it so he wouldn't have to go back to his. It would give him literally a new lease on life.
It's true.
Yeah, and then he'd be outcast from his people and the fire genasi people.
Yeah, the fire genasi people don't have to know he was a UNT.
I don't think that the mask would change his snake head.
I don't know.
I think
He'd become
more
like Isaac, where he's half fire, half snake, kind of.
Yeah.
which would
that's
be
why I'm like-
really, really bad.
It'd
Yeah,
be really, really
I feel
cool,
like
but
it'd be kind of like a bad plan for him. But I'm not there. I don't know what to say.
Also, so I just remember saying like, look, I have some on me now, but let's see what I find there. We can talk about compensation past that. I mean, this whole time you've been free to do what you want to do. I'm not holding you here, so I won't if it turns out we don't have if we can't. How do I word this kindly? If we just have, if there's reason for us to part ways, I won't hold you here, pretty much.
Make a persuasion test. Just kind of like see what his general feelings towards your explanation
Oh.
are. Okay, yeah. No, I mean, he
Awaited.
totally understands. He's like, very well. I will await the conclusion of this little side adventure then.
Sorry. Like like I said, hopefully we'll be done with this place by the end of the day. Frankly, I want to be done with it now, but such is life. I have to go back to watching my friends. I hope you don't mind.
No worries. I will also go back to watching your friends.
Creepy.
What else was he doing?
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Can I roll perception just to see if he means
Be insight, but yeah.
Oh, insight. Oh, we'll see.
I guess I should probably go to the roll page. Yeah, I mean he doesn't really have any like ulterior motives in saying
Okay,
that.
just making sure.
I think like he's legitimately just trying to be a little like unsettling as a joke.
Like
So funny.
And he just kind of flicks his tongue like a snake.
I think I'm starting to get your sense of humor. It's definitely different than mine, but I think I'm starting to get it.
Yeah, yep. I think the conversation just ends
So
there.
I'll just kind of nod to him and walk back to
Yep.
fire. And I kind of like look a little hectically, like nothing's happened since. Like everyone still looks fine.
No, they're all dead. Sorry.
Oops.
Sorry, they're just all massacred. Blood
And all
everywhere.
got snake bites on their
Yep.
their necks. Yeah, kind of.
Yep.
And that's the end of our session today. Toity suddenly looks down and there's a snake in front of him. He gets
Happy
bitten too.
1 year
And
anniversary.
there you go. That's it. That's the end of Terra Nullius, everybody. Y'all
Bye-bye.
get bitten by snakes. No. Yeah. So you kind of walk back into camp, and I think what we get a little bit of a time skip forward, and I think Miggy wakes up. And
Yeah, Mickey's with us.
yeah. Miggy kind of like walks over Toity and kind of like stretching. He kind of sits down next to you on whatever like log or whatever you're sitting on. He's like, "Merry Christmas."
I kind of look at him like, it's Christmas.
Yep.
No,
Doesn't really seem like it.
this I'm not gonna lie. My mind has been so focused on other things that I'd completely forgotten. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Is there like a stick or something nearby where I'm sitting?
You're in a forest, so yes.
Oh no! Like, aren't we like on the beach more?
No, you're in like you're like a jungly swamp area right now.
Oh,
It's a river. It's not a beach.
You're near a river. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was more like we were on like a sandy beach area, and then
No,
okay.
I mean, no, not really.
So I'll look around, like try and find a stick, hand it to him, and say "Merry Christmas," just with a dumb look on my face.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think he laughs, right? He understands your sense of humor. He takes it. And he's like, "It's a mighty weapon. It's destined to slay a mighty foe."
Oh, I have a feeling we're gonna run into one today.
What should I name it?
Stones will break their bones. You should name it Bone Breaker.
Yeah, I think he says, "I shall name it Bonebreaker." Yes. And he just like tucks it into his like bag or whatever. I think he kind of like looks up and he says, "Huh. It's not even raining. Like, no precipitation at all.
No.
Obviously, it would be snowing, but no rain either."
To be fair, when we're out in the open like this, I kind of prefer it that way.
And then you feel a drop on your forehead, Toity. And then pitter, patter, pitter, and then it starts raining. And I think that's when everyone wakes up.
I'm just gonna turn.
I totally thought it was gonna be that the Ion Stone like started raining a cloud on him.
No.
I'm just gonna
You guys are smack dab in the wet season here, so
I'm just gonna turn to me like, you had to say it, didn't you?
I apologize.
I'll go ahead and I'll start. Actually, no, I'm not casting Tiny Hut that way. It's a waste of time. 10 minutes will all be soaked anyway.
Yep, less than that. You're in Brazil.
You can use prestidigitation on all of us to dry us off when we get to the temple.
That's true. That can happen. But yeah, you guys, everybody else quickly wakes up as it starts pouring rain, and you have a miserable like preparation to go to the shrine again in the rain.
As soon as everyone gets up, like, morning, everybody.
And then Mickey says, "Merry Christmas."
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas too. I brought you rain.
Yes, Mickey started dancing, and then suddenly the clouds opened. And so I think maybe Raya can probably tell this. Maybe not Ari or Darius, but like you can tell that Mickey is like trying too hard. Like he's saying all this because he's trying to be like, yeah, we're just a bunch of pals having a good old time here on an adventure.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah, sure.
How you guys doing, dudes?
Yeah.
You guys want to go skateboards?
13.
I mean, maybe you sense that he's being a little
Something's
weird.
off.
Yeah, something's a little off, but
All right. I just don't say anything. I'm just like, okay,
But yeah,
let's
so
go.
what is anything else that needs to happen during the preparation and going back to the shrine, or you guys just head out?
Oh,
I think
That's
Seth's
poop.
down.
Seth's down.
Oh.
It's you.
There we go.
Welcome back, friend.
We're gonna have to redo all the cameras.
It said my internet was slow, and then it
said your internet was gone.
Then it died. Yeah, which is weird because Roll20 rolled. Like I heard a roll happen on Roll20.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know what happened there.
And there you go. All the cameras.
I just bought a new freaking router. Dang it.
Yeah. So is that basically the preparation that happens? You just kind of head out to the shrine.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna just stand around in the rain.
No,
and be
I
like,
assume
okay,
not.
let's.
Yeah.
I mean, I
guys.
am for 10 minutes to ritually cast Water Walk.
Oh right, yeah. So you guys are just
I'm not gonna
standing there.
waste a spell slot
It's like
on
you're.
Okay,
It's like
Then
you're
I wanna
standing waiting
ritually
for a
cast
taxi.
Speak with animals then, while she's casting Water Walk.
Yeah, Ari, I think you actually notice maybe that Buck is acting a little strange. And I think he does the thing where he's like, "Talk to me," sort of thing, right? Like.
Okay, yeah, I want to ritually cast it.
Yeah, I
and
think
then
he
talk
is
to him.
definitely doing that. So I think once you finish the spell, he says, "I don't think we should go over there, Ari. Something's wrong."
What do you mean?
It's that unnatural feeling again. It's like we're back on the island.
What? Like undead?
I don't know.
I'm like, Raya, hold on. Something's not right. I mean, like, you could still ritually cast. Like, I think by the time I finish, you're done.
I mean,
Yeah,
we'd be
but I'm just like, wait.
You've just finished Waterwalk, yeah.
Wait, so you're telling that to...
Yeah, I mean, like, I just got, I mean, like, I say it out loud, just like to Raya, but like, you guys can probably hear. I'm just like, Buck says something's weird.
Darius kind of looks up, and I use divine sense as an action so I can detect good and evil.
Okay.
I can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet. That's not behind total cover.
Remind me of the types again.
Hollow, affected by the hollow spell. I can sense anything affected by the hollow spell.
Okay.
Or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay. You do not sense anything.
Yeah, I was about to say
You're like
it's like
you're
100
also
foot
not
river, right?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
not next to
then
the
I
temple.
want to extend a spell slot to use my primeval awareness.
Right. Yeah, what are the types that sense?
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead within 1 mile.
Yeah, I was about to say you have a long way.
You undoubtedly sense undead, I think, within a mile at this point.
Okay.
Great.
But like whether or not you can't pinpoint the location, obviously. It's just within a mile. Other than that, I don't think there's any of the other types.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me look at something about primeval.
I was gonna ask Ari to ask Buck if the feeling started the day before or just this morning.
Okay, I ask him. I'm like, Buck, when did you start feeling this? This morning?
Right when we were getting closer.
Like this morning?
Yeah, like
not yesterday.
Just now, yeah.
Says as we were getting closer just now.
Yeah.
And I'm sensing undead as well from I don't know if it's in there, but that's my guess. So something's in there that wasn't in there yesterday. Possibly.
Well,
Undead?
What do you want to do, Raya? I just wanted to give you the facts before we go.
Yeah, so I think are you guys talking in common?
Yeah.
Okay, I think Kabil just says like what's going on? Why aren't we walking across?
Give us a minute, Kabil.
I just say that
Frowns.
Ari's pet Buck
Animal companion.
you don't understand what I'm saying.
I know, but me player is just like offended that you would call Buck a pet.
How dare you?
He's more like a child.
Yeah.
He is sensing that something's off about the temple, different today than it was yesterday.
All right. That's not going to stop us from going over there, is it?
No, we were just trying to figure out if we wanted to have Ari communicate with him first before we went over there, because I don't think he's going to want to go further.
All right. Well, don't take too long. I mean, it's not like we're on a schedule, but you can just he's just very impatient. Like he didn't want to even stop yesterday, so.
Wait a second. So Ari, you sense undead?
I sense undead, yes.
Didn't we hear something about things not staying dead for too long?
I mean, yeah, there's a worldwide epidemic of undead.
I know.
So
it's like because
but there was no undead yesterday. That's what I'm telling you.
Yes, but there weren't things we killed in there yesterday.
It was ooze. Ooze doesn't turn into undead, as far as I know.
Hope not.
Let's just go over there and see what's going on, because we haven't come this far to just walk away from it.
Okay, well, then
something
I just tell
changed.
Buck, I'm like, we're still gonna go over there, Buck. Do you want to stay over here?
No, of course not. I told you that to warn you, not to abandon you.
Aww.
Okay. Oh, I'm just like, I love you.
Proud mom moment.
Puts a
I'm just
little
like,
talent
I
on you.
I don't actually say that.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Or just breaks down crying. Just,
I love you so much, Buck. Yeah, I just go, okay, well, there is undead. But thank you for the warning, Buck.
of course.
You with me?
Always.
Let's go.
If there's undead in there, we'll just go down there and make it re-dead.
This isn't Legend of Zelda.
Not yet.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
let's go.
Yeah, so Kabil basically runs across the water, the river. He wants to get over there very quickly. But yeah, you guys make it over there. So as at this point, I would like to show our lovely audience our new tokens for these characters. So Jordan for Christmas had commissioned character portraits for all these wonderful characters. And we haven't used them until now. I don't know, I just forgot. But yeah, the ones we were using before were just random pictures we found off the internet. So here they are. Here is
That we used
our wonderful
legally.
characters. Yes.
All except Maggie.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Miggy and Kabil still are from the internet randomly, and Buck, I guess, technically. But yeah, so those are our new tokens for them. But yeah, so you guys get across there. So I accidentally moved the map around, so I think the Fog of War reset. So like you don't think you can see part of the thing over there. You should.
Yeah,
be
I
able to
can't see the parts that we explored.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I apologize for that. But yeah. You walk into this main chamber here, right? And I mean, Ari, if you just even like step over there, whoever steps into this archway, you see. I mean, honestly, even before you got there, because this is an open pavilion, you probably saw that all three of these plates are glowing brightly.
Very brightly.
Very brightly, yeah.
Yay for radioactivity.
Yeah, everybody make a luck save against cancer.
Yeah, I mean, well, we knew that they were glowing because we did it yesterday.
Yes. Yeah. It seems they're glowing more bright, though. So.
Okay.
Let's head down, I guess.
They're super happy that we've returned.
Head down?
They've
And
been so
I
lonely.
head down, and I'm going first and closing my eyes.
Yeah, I follow right
Okay.
behind her.
I'm
Same.
behind.
Okay. So Raya, you're leading the way.
Yes.
Make a dexterity save for me.
Woo! Let's go. Dex save. Boom. 15.
Okay. You barely manage to catch yourself before you pitch headlong down the stairs. One of the steps is missing. And so just as a reminder, this staircase is like hanging in nothing.
Oh.
One of the steps is missing and you almost plummet into blackness, but you barely manage to catch yourself, like, and cling to this other step. And then who's directly behind her?
Me.
Yeah, I mean, you hear this, right? You maybe stop yourself just in time so you don't also join her, but like maybe you open your eyes and you see Raya is like clinging for dear life, like about to fall into the abyss.
I could use some help.
Okay, so like, there's another step that I can like jump onto to like help
Yeah,
pull her up?
you could go like down one step. Yeah, it's like just one step where she's falling
Okay,
through.
I want to do that and then like try to lift her up.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think you really need to make any roll there. You can just do it. So yeah, you lift her to her feet. And I think maybe if you guys are paying attention now, you can kind of see down there that some of the steps are missing, like just randomly. But this is the thing, right? You still have to close your eyes to get down the steps.
I'm pulling the whole like feel my foot down, see if there's anything that's gonna be underneath.
Yeah, so I think
And then,
so
like-
as you guys are kind of just like looking down, right? I think Kabil like says like, "What is this? It has never done this before. What is going on?"
I'm gonna turn to Darcy.
Yeah.
Claudius, can I ride on your back? I can't exactly afford missing a step.
Oh yeah, Tweety.
It's true.
Toity, get on. We're taking a ride.
Okay.
Toity saddle, toity saddle, toity saddle.
And I think Darius,
Okay.
like,
So here's what I
How-
want to do. Okay. I want Buck to come with us. I want him to close his eyes, but I want Raya to like hold on to him.
I
Like,
feel like
no,
I'm
and,
too
like-
big for that.
No, just like in
Okay.
case, like, I don't know.
He's not strong enough or heavy enough to be able to carry Raya at all.
but Darius is, and Darius can jump really high and really far.
It's true.
So Darius could jump
So
down the
you're gonna
stairs.
fly?
No, okay, never mind then. It's fine. I just thought that Buck could be more as like,
Like a safety
Oh,
net.
no,
Yeah,
I
I know
guess
what you're saying exactly,
safety
but like
net.
he's just not. He doesn't have the strength to be able to help
Fine.
in any situation like that.
That was a really good idea.
It
though.
was, yeah.
It's not him, it's me.
If airspeed velocity didn't work like it does, you know.
Now, if it was Toity,
Yeah.
And if it was a coconut, then maybe. So yeah, what's the situation? Raya, you're just gonna like be careful, I guess? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I mean,
How-
just kind of.
I'm gonna say, Raya, don't worry, you got this. Give her bardic inspiration.
Okay, yeah, so make a perception test, Raya, because you're using your other senses besides
can we
sight.
tie a rope around her first? So, like,
That is a good idea. Yeah, that's a very
How
good
about-
idea.
how about we tie a
Sure.
rope around each of us?
Okay,
But
yeah,
then,
yeah, yeah.
like,
That connects all
I was
of
about
us.
to say, so if one
Right,
of
but-
us fall, we all go down.
Well, that's the thing, though. But like, there's 3 people then who can be anchors for the one person, right? That actually will work probably
3.
nicely.
Wouldn't it be
Or
5?
5. Yeah, 5, right?
I'm on your back.
I was
Oh,
about
so
to say, we're
4.
not tying it to Toity.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
gonna.
That would be a good idea because it's unlikely that all of you would like fall
Wait a second.
in this one step, right?
Wait a second. If I'm on Darius's back, do I have to have my eyes closed?
Yes. I mean,
Why?
you would I don't know, try not to, and we'll see what happens. But
There's
okay,
no.
then I want to tie rope around everybody.
okay, yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Time I wish I had learned to cast Featherfall.
Yeah,
Maybe a time to give her
Sleight of hand.
inspiration.
Okay, I have a +5. I think we'll be all right.
yeah, you have a good dexterity.
12.
Okay, yeah, that's not the best rope tying in the world, but
I mean, it's average.
It's
like,
average
it's
rope
not
tying,
just
yeah.
gonna like come undone,
No,
but
no,
it's
no.
also not like super strong.
exactly.
I always forget I have a really good sleight of hand.
Ari
Don't know
didn't quite remember all of the special knots she learned in Girl Scouts.
Today, she doesn't.
Do Girl Scout.
She did Boy Scouts.
Right.
Duh.
Duh.
Sorry. Okay, so Raya, would you like to make
Why not
perception
Dragon
test for me?
Scouts?
I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration.
Oh boy.
Not sure how much it'll help, but hopefully it helps a lot.
Okay.
9.
Make another dexterity save.
9 is
Can I
better
use the one
than
that I
4.
already accidentally rolled?
No.
Because I accidentally rolled 2.
I know you did, but you cannot. Sorry.
Why not?
Because.
That's not how the game works.
Okay.
Oh
Goodbye!
Right? You fall. So you legitimately just fall head. So there happens to be 2 steps in a row that are missing, and you just hit your head on like the 3rd step, and then poof, like go backwards. So who's immediately behind Raya?
That would be
Ari
Ari.
was-
Ari.
That would be
Okay,
me.
Ari. You feel the tug. What do? You're gonna try to like brace yourself, or what?
I mean, yeah, I want to make like some kind of like strength.
Yeah,
check.
make a strength save.
Strength save. Okay.
Oh, no.
And because it's a save, hold on. Was Raya within 10 feet of me that whole time?
No. Or it depends on where you are, I guess.
I would
If
be
you're right
behind
behind
Ari.
me,
Yeah, if you're right behind Ari, then yes.
And those were dexterity saves.
Yes.
Yes.
Then she had advantage on every one of those.
Okay. It wouldn't have mattered. It would have mattered for this last one. So
13.
it's at 18 altogether. So she doesn't fall. Okay.
Wait, the first one was.
No.
Or no, that was
First
for
one was-
perception.
it's a
You're right. So 13.
I'm sorry. I was wrong about that. She didn't
Okay.
have advantage. She gets a bonus equal to my charisma modifier. So
So
she
3?
gets +4.
Plus 4.
a 10.
A 10.
Extremely average.
No. Well, it's because she also has the
She used the bardic
Bardic
inspiration
inspiration.
on.
Oh, she already
I
did.
already
On
used it
perception.
on
Yeah.
my
So it would be a
perception,
10.
Okay. So
Sorry.
Ari, you can make this strength save with advantage then.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. So Raya still falls, but
24.
yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yeah,
so
so
actually,
strong.
It's actually 28.
I'm not gonna let you die.
Right, yeah, 28. Yeah, sure. Yeah, with Darius's bonus too.
Ari with one hand lifts me out.
Yeah, so we get this awesome moment where we just see Ari, we see Ari, right, like in this like darkness, just like feel the tug and reflexively just like brace herself and like maybe with like a back to Darius, right? Just like, and then you like lock arms sort of a thing, just like, all right, and then Raya, like the rope just like goes taut, and then Raya, you're just like hanging in nothingness. And yeah, you
Not
want
how I pictured my death.
to, you want to climb back up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I
No,
want to
I
like
just want to hang out there.
pull-
Forever. It's fine.
Yeah, I think it's fine. You don't have to, like, as long as you've caught her, she can eventually get herself back up. So,
Raya,
yeah.
you okay?
There was a double.
Double step.
Double
Yeah,
missing.
double stuff Oreo.
So I guess I hit the next one with my head, so I know where that one is.
Yeah.
So I would like to gingerly.
Oh, make a
step...
roll a d6, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Blunt force damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take two
Two damage.
bludgeoning damage.
Oh, guys, I'm feeling rough.
Got a headache.
Yep. Feeling a distinct 48 out of 50 right now.
Oh.
Okay, so I gingerly step to that one, and then
So Raya's hair
feel
turns red.
I feel like the next, if there's any way for me to kind of like crouch down and feel to like make sure that there's not double missing.
I grab Darius pulls one of his spears out and passes it up to Raya.
Oh, there you go.
Use this. Make sure it's safe enough to go across.
Yeah. Okay.
Find the next step.
Yeah. So make another roll. Make another perception roll with advantage this time.
Okay. 21.
Okay.
Hey.
So I think you guys make it down the rest of the way fine. It is a slow, painful, intense process, but eventually you get there.
And
Hopefully this is the last time, because I don't want to do that again.
after,
I mean, you'll
was
have to
gonna
go
say,
up.
That's what I was gonna say. Is after I got this spear, would I be able to like? I would want to attempt to like remember the order. Like, how long is this stairway?
It seems longer this time than it was. But you might be able to remember. Want to make a intelligence save for me?
With advantage.
Sure.
Yeah,
Not
with
with
advantage.
advantage. Which plus
Or no,
four?
with the +4.
12.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Maybe. We'll see.
I mean, I still have the spear.
Yeah, it's true. So, yeah, you get down to the bottom of the stairs. Sorry, y'all.
That's good.
Is Buck coming or is he staying up?
He's it depends. It's honestly, to me, it's up to him at this point.
I think he's gonna stay up just to keep an eye on things. I think was his idea, right? Make sure you guys can, because he's
That's
not
fine.
gonna be very useful down in.
Well, and we've agreed that most of the time when we go underground, he doesn't really like to come.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
So y'all get down into the dungeon, into the depths. So let me look at this real quick. Yeah. So nothing else seems
I think my
off.
roommate's home.
Okay. Nothing else seems off about this initial chamber, right? The statues look as you left them. You hear the
Okay.
trickling of water from the other room.
I would like to, I guess, very carefully, we can start making our way back to like around here. It's so ominous because it's all dark. And kind of go back to the water room.
Raya, when you go around the corner,
Of course.
there the water is not water anymore. It's slowly turning into black slime.
Is it still, does it have the cup there?
It has the bowl. So what happened before, right? Was you were pouring, it was pouring into the bowl and wasn't overflowing at all. Now it's overflowing and the water is going into the bowl and coming out as black slime. And it's just filling the room. And it's getting to the point where like that whole
puddle there is mostly black slime, and it's starting to, it's not draining like it did before. It seems like this has taken a while to do because it's been like all night or whatever, but like it's something is definitely wrong here.
We're all still fine because we still have water walk on for an hour.
That's true.
So we'll be able to walk on it.
Even though this is slime?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a liquid.
Okay, well, we
Yeah.
gotta fix it. Whatever's going on.
Do we
Well,
though?
I want to walk like before going into that room. And
Darcy's
see,
just like, we just need to leave.
is anything different than with the pit, or is that still the same?
It's more or less the same, yeah.
Is the door changed at all?
Nope.
I will walk across the pit to the door.
Okay, yeah. Nothing attacks you.
And like, is the door open?
Nope.
Can I want to like push on it to see if
It doesn't budge.
What about if you talk
Okay.
to it and tell it to open?
open,
It does not do so.
please?
It still does not do so.
Open, please me.
I want to like try to do the thing where like we like touch it randomly, like what we were
Oh
doing
yeah.
before in the temple.
Throwback to side stories.
Ari channels Yee's energy and
Wait,
No, because that's what happened. Remember
No,
when
no, I
we
know.
were at the Shrine of Neutrality? So
oh, that's true. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
wait, did we ever go down this hallway to the right?
No, you didn't.
What hallway to the right? Is there a hallway behind the pit?
There's a hallway in the middle of the pit.
Oh, I'll walk over there, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, guys, I'm like,
I didn't
guys,
even
what
realize
about
that was
this?
Okay, so I walk into there. What do I see?
oh, hello.
Is that just a box?
Yeah, it's just like an old ancient like rotting box, and that is also an old ancient rotting barrel. Seems like they've just been abandoned here for a long time.
Okay. I'm gonna carefully. Is there anything? Is that just a dead end?
Yeah, that's just a dead end. There's just a wall.
Okay.
Yeah, this like small little alcove that just seems like kind of abandoned.
Can I like
Was this here
investigate
before?
and see if anything's here?
Yeah, you want to make an investigation check?
We never walked here, I don't think, Jordan.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I don't think you
Well,
you find anything important.
I was just about to say I was gonna help her, but it's
Oh no,
okay.
that's fine. If you're, it's a matter of 2
21!
seconds. Yeah. If you were gonna say it already, that's fine. Yeah. So, I mean, you got a crit. So let's see. Is there anything in there that's important? I think you find kind of in the remains of the chest, like in the remains of the rotting wood, you find a small like stone tablet similar to the one that Jacob wrote on a long time ago. It's like, you know, this sort of like personal journal sort of a thing similar to what he was doing.
And I understand it. What language is it?
Yeah, no, it's written in primordial. It's a bit of an antiquated primordial, so it's like reading like archaic English to you, right? It's like thee and thou, that sort of thing. But like you can understand it well enough. And I think it says something along the lines. It's definitely like an account by one of the caretakers, the caretakers of the shrine from long ago, and it's basically just talking about I think it's talking about I think it's written as like a poem. And it's written like a poem kind of talking about the relationship between whoever this priest was and the guardian of the shrine, like whatever it's some sort of a creature that you're unsure of. It's elemental in nature. It's in like definitely magical. At one point, I think I guess this is just all make another investigation check for this specifically. You may or may not notice something.
Can I make a
like about the tablet?
Yeah, like or as you're reading it.
Can
Would
I
that
make a
be
stone?
perception?
No, because I think it's about like putting puzzle pieces together, like in part of this poem. Yeah, Jordan.
Can I make a stone cunning check to figure out how old the stone would be?
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, I think you reference or you recognize a reference that's made. It
Plus
reminds
6,
you of something.
so 15.
15.
Yep.
So it's old. It's very, very old. It's about as old as you remember the shrine that was above the flesh tunnels being. Remember, that was younger of a construction than the tower was, but still pretty old. It's about that age, you'd think.
Okay.
So Raya, you see a reference in the poem that you might have missed, but it seems to reference some sort of like symbol that you weren't quite sure at first reading what it meant when it said like the symbol at the heart of this person. But like you think about it and you're like, okay, sounds like another one of those like arcane will-o-wisps that was in like Willow. Sounds like it's like this arcane symbol that's at the center of whatever this guardian of the shrine was, and you put the pieces together and you're like, okay, so it was this priest who wrote a poem about his friendly relationship with the will-o-wisp that lived here and guarded this place.
Do you know Willow?
Yeah, it doesn't seem it's obvious that the priest refers to the will-o-wisp as a male. But yeah, other than that, this is kind of this like long forgotten tablet.
Okay. So I, in common, say to the party, looks like there might be another will-o-wisp here in this temple as a guardian.
Interesting.
Should I do the thing where I...
I don't think that one will know that song, Darius.
I mean, I didn't think the other one would either. It just worked.
Let's hold off for right now. And then I want to like walk back towards the door and try and see.
As she walks back towards the door, Darius turns to Toity. If we do it, I want you to play it on your bagpipes.
I don't think he has his bagpipes with him.
Or
I don't know.
What do you have? Your flute?
Flute.
Yeah.
Panpipes.
Yeah.
So, question about like the water room again. You said like it's overflowing into like, so is it
It's
water
starting to
going
fill up the
into
room.
it, and then when it comes out?
Yes. So yeah, the statues are still fine, but when it comes out of the bowl, it's like sloshing out of the bowl, and once it sloshes out, it seems to change into slime. Yeah.
Why not kick it over? Obviously, that bowl's turning it into slime now. Of course, that could also kill us.
Why don't you just go clean off the bowl?
I guess I could try that too. So I'll go over it and cast prestidigitation to kind of just clean it up.
Okay. I don't think it really does that much. Doesn't seem to accomplish.
What happens if I clean off the sludge that's on the floor? Like if I use prestidigitation, kind of magically vacuum that up.
Roll a d20.
Caleb and his luck.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to do anything. You can't really vacuum it up.
Magical vacuum.
Yeah. Your
I'm the
magical vacuum gets
janitor.
it's like you get it stuck on like a thread that just keeps like starts jamming up the vacuum. Yeah.
So this door, it's just like a solid stone like slab.
It's a solid stone slab. Mine's Moria-esque. It has like carvings on it. Just like kind of floral relief sort of
Here,
thing.
I wanna go over here. It's just a dead end, right?
Yeah, it's just a dead end over there. There's like a collapsed
it's just like
part
the pillar, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like part of the tunnel collapsed over there.
Right, I see that. Okay.
I want to get the orb out and kind of just like hold it up to the door and see if anything happens.
Nothing happens immediately, just like through the presence of the orb.
Well, guys, looks like we're not getting the mask. I think we just gonna leave.
I would
see.
like to take. Are there like any rocks or anything nearby?
Yeah, sure.
I want to try to find like a bigger rock nearby, and I want to just.
Yeah, it's
toss
probably
it
like a piece of the wall that's kind of broken off.
Yeah. I want to take that and I want to like throw it into the slime and see what happens to it.
It like gets. It just kind of sits there, I guess.
Like it's not sinking into the slime.
No, it's not like the slime has eaten up the entire floor or anything like that. No.
But I mean, before, like we could go into, like we could full body go in before,
Yeah.
but it's not doing that here.
Nope.
Okay.
Is it the same
I'd like
kind of
to-
slime?
Did you want to make a perception test, actually, Darius?
Yeah.
Does that thing that senses undead, is that still up?
Yes.
Something seems off about the way that the rock is sitting on top of the slime, but you can't really put your finger on it, Darius.
Can I pick up the rock and look at the slime on it?
Yeah, so it kind of like
gosh.
clings to it. It kind of like as if it's like pitch that's like kind of like
Okay.
coming along with it.
Okay. And does it like? Is there any residue on the rock?
Yes, yeah, I think so.
Okay. And where the slime was, is the rock like degraded at all?
I think you can, if you're thinking about that specifically, I think you think that it has, yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what
Also, by the way, Darius, you suddenly feel a pain in your feet.
I thought we still had water walk up.
Yeah, you do. Which means you
Okay.
walk on the top of whatever this liquid is.
Am I actually standing on it?
I mean, if you're picking up the rock.
Okay. I guess I'll step out of the water or out of the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you like shake off the slime, but it seems like the slime was starting to eat through your boots, ever so slightly,
Yes, sandals.
Through
or
through my
sandals.
sandals?
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, never mind.
That was it.
It might have, yeah, it wouldn't have done it to Deliverance. I forgot that you were wearing Deliverance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that's bad if it's melting through magical
no,
sandals.
yeah, no, I forgot about that. Yeah.
See, my thought was
I'll be
Deliverance was
back in a
warning me.
second.
I'm like, hey, you need to get out of this. Like, oh snap, Deliverance is trying to tell me something, guys.
I honestly just forgot you were wearing the sandals. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I figure you could garner as much would be happening if it was melting away part of the rock.
Yeah. I think I very
Yeah.
carefully.
I mean,
stepped
we all
out.
know that it's acid. It's just we don't know why it's turning into acid,
Yeah.
or why certain steps were missing, and why this freaking door would open.
hmm
Ugh.
Part of me really wants to knock over the bowl, but part of me really doesn't want to knock over the bowl. But if it's making it fill up the room with more and more acid, we got to do something eventually about that.
I'd like to
Mhm.
toss the rock into the bowl.
I think that's
Interesting.
Dex.
I don't think you have to make a roll for it. You can just do it. And I think when you do, you like knock the bowl, like you like the bowl is sitting like this.
There we go.
The rock hits the side of it, right, and then kind of like jerks it like away, right, so it's not like sitting normally anymore. And when that happens, it starts like spurting slime against the wall, like in a constant like stream, like against this back wall over here. It's like you're washing dishes and you get the bowl in a
Yeah.
certain way that it just like
Yeah.
gets you.
Yeah. So it just spurts it on that back wall, or it's continuously doing
It's
this?
continuously spraying on the back wall, and it seems like in a quantity that doesn't make any sense for how much water is being poured into the bowl right now.
Wait, is it still? Wait, is it still
Just
like...
slightly. It's still catching it slightly at the angle it's in.
Darius, throw another rock. Get it out of there.
Throw another rock to hit the other rock out.
No, like so it's not like spraying even more acid.
Okay, yeah, I guess I throw another rock and try to get
Okay.
it to.
This time make a roll. Yeah, make a dexterity roll, dexterity check.
Because before there was acid, and now there's more acid.
Mhm.
A normal dex roll.
Yeah, just a dex check. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. That's not bad.
Oh, maybe Darius did play baseball.
Okay, yeah. So you knock the bowl off of its trajectory, so it's no longer pouring there. And then we get this situation, right, where the water just goes onto the slime, right, and is starting to like coalesce. And it does that thing again where the slime set is on the bottom and the water is coalescing on the top of it. But the bowl suddenly goes pitch black. It kind of like gets knocked away, right, and kind of is like rolling a little bit, and it starts turning pitch black, like the whole thing. And then it kind of like hits against this far wall and kind of like spins a little bit. And then we just get a close up on Darius's face, and we see his eyes widen, and we'll cut to our first break there. So
Great.
we'll be back with more Terra Nullius 1 year anniversary right after this quick break. Stick around.